Saweetie, how you doing and where you at?
I am at home in my content room since we're in COVID and we do everything at home now.
Now,
How are
last time I talked with you, you were in some sort of an artist, uh, not a boot camp, but like a creative space. Is that the same place or is this somewhere different?
you just somewhere different?
Gotcha. All right. She's got a rack of clothes behind her. I'm sure that's all, all icy clothes, lots to chat, you guys. Music, album, life, all that stuff. So Weedie's hanging out. So Weedie, we survived 2020. Thank God, although the world is still crazy. What are you looking forward to most in 2021?
I am looking forward to just dominating. I feel like my hands are in fashion, business, music, philanthropy now. So I'm just working on building this icy empire.
All right, we have to discuss this Icy Empire, which you are just killing. We'll talk the album in a couple of seconds. Saweetie is hanging out. This album, Saweetie, I know I tried to get some information. Everything is top secret. I don't know anything. All I know it's called Pretty Biatch Music. Tell me everything you can say. I know a lot of it is undercover, so to speak. But what can you reveal?
You know what? Things are undercover, and I think this is a great example. The album has changed a lot since I last talked to you. So I would love to talk about features, producers, beats, topics, this and that, but I'm substituting songs out every other day.
For okay, now you got me. My interest is peaked now.
It's
You
peak.
said it's changed. Why the change? Just falling in love with different tracks and ideas and
The
concepts?
Yeah, the more I record, the better I get. And I really want this body of work. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want there to be a certain type of texture that introduces people to the world of Saweetie. Because for a while, a lot of people didn't know who I was, where I was from, what I stood for. So I think this is a great statement project, if you know what I mean.
True or false, although I know the answer to this, you love raw oysters.
I love raw oysters with lemon, with horseradish, with hot sauce. Oysters are just so good. They're so good and
Help me.
satisfying.
I would like to. They look crazy to me. Although I eat sushi, what do I need to do to acquire a taste for raw oysters? What am I missing?
Honestly, you're just missing the sauce. If people are eating them plain, then okay, but it all comes down to how you decorate the oysters.
All right. This is a tough one to ask someone who writes music, but your favorite lyric that you have ever written.
Um,
And maybe it's from the new album and you can't say. I don't know. But yeah.
oh, you're good, huh?
Leak a little.
Hello.
A little.
Y'all should see his face right now when he makes that noise. Honestly, it has nothing to do with nothing that's current. I think from Icy Girl, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Get Guap. It's just like a great Icy girl affirmation. So definitely that.
Any tour talks for 2021 and beyond happening? I know at some point you're going to hit the road, but are you guys actively talking about those things now?
We definitely are. It's just that whole discussion of if I do it, will there be safety precautions because of COVID? Health is something that's really important to me. I care about mine. I care about my fans and my supporters. So as long as it's safe, if we figure that out, I'll definitely be on tour sometime this year.
Do you miss the road? Do you miss live performances?
I miss performing. I don't miss the road.
Do you have? I mean, don't give me this answer yet, but do you have like a crazy road story that really just like sticks in your head? Like, oh my god, I can't, because crazy stuff happens on the road. Or you can tell me if you want.
Honestly, just the grind of it. I mean, nothing crazy where it's like it sounds like it's out of a TV show, but just performing, waking, like performing, going back to the hotel, packing, getting onto the airplane, landing. It's kind of like you sleep on the airplane. You're not really sleeping like at each city. So I remember doing a tour last year and it really drained me, but it taught me to how to appreciate just the hustle of being an artist.
So on tour, you love that hour plus on stage. The other 23 hours, just yeah, it's just rough.
Yeah, like being on stage is like it's a moment and it's indescribable and I love just being on stage, but everything else I'm like please just get me into my bed.
Right. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and I think I saw Michael Jackson did an interview, and he said something along like he loves performing, but that something about the road just drove him crazy. If I understood what he said correctly.
Right, something about the road. It don't matter at what level you're at. If you're literally performing and you're traveling your bodies and getting rest, it takes a toll on you. So I could definitely relate to that.
So Weedy's hanging out, going to play Best Friend with Doja Cat in a couple of minutes. But what is Doja Cat like? I've met her once on Zoom. She was super sweet. She talked to my daughter. My Sophie went crazy. But yeah, are you guys actually close, best friends, so to speak? And what's she like?
What's crazy is we met 2 years ago in London. So I thought she was from London. She's always been really cool. And I think it's just great to see both of our careers take off. But she's great. She's hella artistic. She's bomb. And it was such a joy to like work with her.
Best friend with Doja Cat. What do we need to know?
You need to know that this was made for all the besties out there. You know, best friends, they ride for you, they help you, they support you, and they're there and they get you through anything. So this is for all the besties out there.
We were talking, tour life a moment ago. Do you have a hotel alias when you? I love these stories. Just love them. Do you have a hotel alias on? You do?
I definitely do. It's what's crazy is a fan actually not traveled. A fan, like, I don't know. Oh, I think because they knew what city I was going to next, but they followed me from the airport to my hotel and then was
Okay.
acting like the desk and people in the lobby, like where I was. So at that moment, I knew that I needed an alias.
Have you? Do you have an old one you can reveal, or is there only one you've used?
And no, I always do something crazy. Every hotel is different. New city, new name.
So every city you changed the alias.
Yeah, why not?
Dude, I love this. It's so super, top secret spy James Bond. I just love it. All right. So yeah, Sweetie's hanging out, you guys. Sweetie, there's a question I've been dying to ask you because I saw an interview you did talking about fame, and I believe you were talking about having dinner with Quavo and people looking. And I got to thinking, is fame, and that's a crazy word. Fame is so weird, but is fame what you thought it would be or hoped it would be? Meaning, when you walk in a room, I would think we kind of love when people go, "Oh my God, that's Saweetie, that's JoJo." I kind of want people to say that, like, "Hey, there." I'm like, nobody does, but when it actually happens to you, is it what you thought it would be?
You know what's crazy? I feel like my high school experience really prepped me for this, but I was kind of like a local celebrity growing like in high school because of MySpace. My
Right.
MySpace was really popping. So when I come to the parties or to an event, like people would act that way towards me. So I think just those experiences are just at a bigger level now that I'm an artist.
What about when you're at dinner and you want some alone time, whether it's with your friend, you and Doja Cat doing dinner, or like I said, Quavo. It's cool when people look at you, but there's that moment when you want to have a little a night out. Is that
Um,
weird, or is that kind of cool in a way?
Honestly, when you're popping, you just have to know that it comes with the territory. And if you're trying to have dinner, it's just best to get a private room.
There you go. I guess I'll have to do that since I'm so famous. Saweetie is hanging out. I saw an interview. This is, I don't, I probably should credit other interviewers more than I do because they do the same job I do. But I'm going to do it right now. I saw an interview with you on a program called Hot Ones, where you eat the hot wings.
Uh-huh.
I laughed so hard. Whenever I get famous enough, I want to be on that show. You were eating these hot wings and you said you felt like your tongue was about to fall. How was that interview? How explain that to me?
Oh my goodness. I thought I was gonna thug it out and they played me. They played me because there's just one, it's called the bomb, I think, or bomb. I don't know. But there's just one that it tastes like a bomb inside of a hot sauce bottle. And I was rocking with it. But I almost died. I really almost died. I couldn't see. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't like I just all my senses went out the window. Okay.
It was that hot. You've eaten hot, like I know you love the hot Cheetos and whatnot. Now, granted, that's a different level, but it was that hot.
It was so hot. I love spicy seafood, spicy chicken wings, but like that was really hot. I almost died.
Man, if you guys get a chance, check out Saweetie on Hot Ones. That was hilarious. What's up with this? And people have made kind of a deal about this on your socials. You roaming around with this full body mirror. You're taking like you'll stop. I don't know how does it work? Do you keep the mirror in the back of the car? Just hop out and start doing a photo. What is talk about that?
So you know how Dora has like her backpack, her mochila.
Yeah.
So I have my Birkin, and it fits into my Birkin. For real.
And you who holds like somebody on your team just whips the like I saw you at a gas station, I think it was, among other places.
Mhm.
Big mirror next to the gas pump, and you start doing this, and it was just, I mean, are people just, it's just must be a wild scene to look over there and say, oh my God, that's Sweetie and a giant mirror at the gas station.
You know what? The beautiful thing about living in LA, you see crazy shit all the time. So it's like I think people just know that I'm shooting content, so they just let me live. But I
Yeah.
still have like somebody will drive by and like will honk and be like, "I love you."
Yeah, LA don't care, I guess, right? Sweetie's hanging out, best friend with Doja Cat. The video. This video is just crazy. Of course, in the video, you and Doja Cat jump off a cliff. And of course, if you watch the behind the scenes clip, you guys are strapped in this green screen kind of room, and you're jumping off. I assume is it are you jumping off, not to be a weirdo, but are you jumping off naked, or did they just blur it out to make you look like you're what say what you can say right there?
The only thing we had on was perfume. Okay.
Oh my goodness. And then there's that. And you fell off the car in one scene. What is I mean, were there any injuries with the falling off the
So
car?
if you are like in my day to day life, you know that I do random shit. So if you know me, if you're on set, you're just like, oh, it's Sweetie doing Sweetie shit. But if you were there, you're probably taken aback. But I'm used to falling off stuff, so it wasn't that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, Sweetie was on the hood. Doja Cat had her hand, tried to save you as a best friend would, but boom, right on the ground. All right, Sweetie is hanging out, you guys. Describe the moment, the rush when you hit number one. And you had a couple of tracks like My Type, number one Billboard Rhythmic, Tap In, number one Billboard Triller Global. When you get that call, number one, what's that like?
Honestly, I can't wait for my number one on the Hot 100 because that's
Right.
just holy grail. So, um, I don't get excited about too many things, but when I get that, that's when I'm gonna go crazy.
As you should. Best friend with Doja Cat. Of course, it's out. It's killing. Get on this track, or you're a terrible person. I think that's obvious. The album, Pretty Bitch Music. You'll find out soon. What am I forgetting to ask you, Sweetie? What else do people need to know?
I'm a professor now.
You're a what?
I'm a professor.
So talk to me. Give me some details.
I teach online courses at IC University. They're on my YouTube channel.
What do if people want to enlist at IC University? Just jump on the YouTube and that's it.
Jump on the YouTube. Eventually, I'll probably end up teaching at the USC campus. But yeah, because of quarantine, I'm teaching online classes.
Is that something you've always wanted to do, or was it a plan for the future? But now, since COVID, you're doing it now.
I feel like I navigate through social media really well, and I feel like it's imperative for companies to use social media. So I'll probably end up teaching like a course about aesthetics, branding, and social media.
I bet people line up for that class. I mean, seriously. Sweetie, thank you for hanging out.
Thank you, JoJo.
Absolutely. At the end of every interview, fist bump to make it official. Tap that cam, Sweetie. Boom.